Hello everybody, Stuart from Riku here. Today I want to make a video which will enable you to create your own unique stock images, and I'm going to show you how simple it is to go to a site where you can get stock images, use these as inspiration for new images, and create something completely brand new and unique with AI and the image artificial intelligence that we have within Riku. So for this, what we're going to be using is we're going to be using the Stable Diffusion image to image model, and we're going to be taking some images of food. So the best way to do this is go to a site like Envato Elements or any other stock image site and find the images that you like. The best ones to use for this task are the ones that are isolated, like so they have the white background, they're just showing the dish, and you can then use these as inspiration to create something very unique yourself. So how would I find something like this on a site like Envato Elements? I'd come in, I'd type spaghetti bolognese, I would have all of the images here, and then on the side, if I make my head a bit smaller here, we have this background setting here. And if we hit this background, you'll see that we get this nice white background. We can go and we can see one which makes sense, and we can just pick one which suits our needs, like we had done before. So we have a nice picture of spaghetti bolognese, and we have this nice picture of pizza. And what we can do is we can come in to Riku, and we can choose the image to image model, and we can upload that image as inspiration. So first of all, let's try one of the spaghetti bolognese. And that's going to be uploaded, and then we can say any food that we want. So we could say food dish consisting of lasagna and salad. And if we want to modify these settings, which we might do in a minute, we can do that. But for now, let's just try and generate a few of these and see what happens when we do this. Because we have the isolated background, we're expecting it to keep the isolated background when it does the generations, and we're also expecting it to generate the food in a similar sort of setting to what we've shown. So we have one example here of the lasagna, and the others are just generating now. And you'll see that we have the dish. This one is better. You'll see how that looks. And the final one is probably the best of the lot. You have the lasagna with the basil leaf on the top. So that is super easy to do. Let's just say food dish consisting of chicken pot pie, and we can hit generate on that again. And remember, if we want the strength of the image to have less of an impact on the output, then we can modify these settings here. So this is the init strength. And for something like this, we may want to actually toggle this and take it down slightly. So we are asking for a food dish of a chicken pot pie. Let's see how this looks. Okay, that looks pretty good. It's got the chicken and all the vegetables and the crust on the top. This one also looks pretty good, although you don't have the crust from the pie. And again, this one also looks pretty good. So you can see how we are generating unique images on the fly just from the initial prompt and the image that we've put in from the stock website. And this will enable you to create images which are truly unique. Use them for your content when nobody else will have used those images before. So what I've done now is I've just put this init strength down to 0.25 from 0.35. And if we hit generate image, I'm expecting the image generations to be slightly better because it will have less of an emphasis on the spaghetti dish. But let's see what happens, and let's see if these outputs were better than the ones before. So we have one that's complete. That looks okay. We have another one will complete any moment now. That one looks good to me. And the third one looks pretty good as well, although the plate looks a bit messed up on that. But you can see how you can tweak these things and get something truly unique for what you need. And if we just change this sample to the pizza sample and we try again, let's see how this affects the chicken pot pie. So before we had the plate with the spaghetti in the middle, now we're just showing a pizza and there's no plate involved. So this will be interesting to see what happens. Let's just set this init strength as 0.3 and let's hit generate and see how this affects things. And you know, you can use this method for food, you can use this method for clothing, you could use this method for, you know, like pillows on a sofa, various ways and various methods to get images which are going to be truly unique to your needs, and they're going to be styled correctly based on the prompt that you give it. So you'll notice we had no plate, so you'll see that the plate is not appearing, although this one has created a plate, and I really like the fact that it's opened up the pie. That is a really awesome output. This one as well, pretty good, although you don't see any of the chicken goodness, and again it's pretty good, but you don't see any of the chicken goodness. So let's just try another food dish, and let's just say food dish of pasta and meatballs, and let's just generate this, and this will be the last one that we do just to showcase this. But imagine I wanted something else from Envato Elements, and I was like t-shirt, I don't know, t-shirt yellow. Let's see what comes up. And we were to get something like, I don't know, this one on, well, I'm breaking my own rule if I do that and we don't have the isolated background. So maybe let's take this one. So we have this yellow t-shirt. We can download that because we have our own account. And we can come back into Riku. And just to see, we have the output for the spaghetti meatballs. So with the pasta meatballs, look at that. That is awesome. You could use that within your writing. You could, you know, if you've got a recipe blog or you're creating recipes and you're showing people how to make certain dishes, you can just make your own images on the fly, which is just, it's truly incredible what you can do with this technology. And once we have the upscaling in Riku, that's going to be even better because you'll be able to blow these images up to a massive size to improve the quality and ensure that they work great wherever you need them. So we took that yellow t-shirt. Let's just try and change this t-shirt now. So we could say blue t-shirt with a rainbow design. I'm not sure how much it's going to be able to do this, but it's a nice test, so let's do it anyway. So we have this yellowy, mustardy t-shirt, and we're asking for it to give us a blue t-shirt with a rainbow design. Let's see how we get on. It's pretty good. We've got the rainbow, but we haven't got the blue. So what I would do if I'm tweaking this and I'm trying to get something that I like, maybe I would take the init strength down. So we're currently at 0.3. Maybe I'd try and take that down to 0.2 and I'd see how that affects things. These other t-shirts that it's given us are not great. Let's just try 0.2 and see if we can get something better. And maybe we want to go to 0.15 or even 0.1. But because the yellow is so strong within the image, it's finding it difficult to change the color of the t-shirt. And I guess that's one of the downfalls of the image AI at the moment. It's very difficult for it to change the color when you're using something like this image to image. So if you are after something specifically in a color, it's worth finding a blue t-shirt to then work with. So if we were to say blue t-shirt. We'd probably be able to find one of these quite easily. Let's see, isolated images. There's one here. We could take this, we could download this. Oh, that is a massive size, so we will just shrink this one. There we go. That's a better size for what we need. We can come into Riku. We can then upload that. It's a lot better size. And we can then hit generate image. And now, because we have the t-shirt color that we want, it's going to be a lot easier for the AI to give us the rainbow design on the t-shirt. So a couple of things to sort of think about, and hopefully have helped you to understand in this video. Image to image is incredibly powerful. If you use it on food items or dishes presented in a specific way, you're going to get outputs which are really, really incredible, really powerful to use. If you go to a stock image site, they always have a way to search for isolated backgrounds. Using isolated backgrounds is really powerful to really drill down on the image and get the best out of the description. And whilst the AI does work very well on doing a lot of different things, it's not magical in changing the color of an item. And this is something that we found when we've done models such as our the business headshot diffusion models that we've created. Is if you use an image or the training data and it's somebody with brown hair, and then you want somebody with blonde hair or red hair or blue hair or whatever, it's difficult to get the AI to do that. So it's always worth thinking, what do I want as my output? How can I use an image as sort of close to that? So, you know, if you want a blue t-shirt, use a blue t-shirt. You want someone with blonde hair, use a model with blonde hair. You want someone with red hair, use a model with red hair, etc. And then you can get some really awesome stuff out. So here we have a blue t-shirt with a rainbow design. We have a second one with a rainbow design. And we have the third one with the rainbow design. So this is really incredible, and it's just a way that you can power up your stock images, because nobody else has an image like this. Once you've created it with AI, it's completely unique. You're not going to see it anywhere else, and those images are just going to help you level up your brand presence, content marketing, blog writing, etc., and make everything a lot more powerful. The last thing that I want to show you is just a little teaser, something that we've been playing with, and this is available on Replicate. We will be integrating this into Riku as well, and you'll see that it just sort of gives you an output. So we could say robot sitting in a bar, and if we hit submit on this, what it's going to do is it's going to run this through this AI model, which is going to give us a awesome text to image prompt. So it's going to take what we've said as a robot sitting in a bar. It's going to run this, and once it's ran, you'll see that we get all of these ideas for awesome image prompts. So what I can do is I could take one of these, I could copy this, I could come back into Riku, just using the standard stable diffusion model now. And I can say, okay, I want to see what this robot sitting in a bar, watching the sunset on the edge of the galaxy. It's added all of these awesome words and all of these descriptions, which will help the image become something much more powerful than I ever thought possible, just when I thought about getting an image of a robot sitting in a bar. So we get something like this, which is awesome, and the other ones will be generating. You have a second one. That's really nice. I like the colors and the moods and how everything comes together in that. That's awesome. And the final one will generate now. And again, that is super fun. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, feel free to leave a like or subscribe. And if you're interested in all things AI and understanding how you can use both text-based AI and image AI in your life and work with all of the best large language models in a single place, consider signing up for Riku today at riku.ai. We've got a really helpful community and tons of prompts, and it's a really great place to make your first steps into AI or build more complicated workflows. Thank you.